I nearly crashed out playing Grounded. It's been quite a long time since I was on the brink of just like rage quitting the game. In fact, I haven't done this with a game. I can't remember the last time I did it with pretty much any game other than a PvP game. If I was playing a PvP game, there's a possibility it could have happened because that, like, PvP games, as most people know, you can just get in, you can just have a bad streak or just have a bad day and it's just not fun. But in a PvE game, I really can't remember the last time that I was just so mad that I just wanted to quit the game. And it certainly hasn't happened in Grounded in as long as I can remember. So what ended up happening was, and I guess we'll just kind of go back to a couple of days ago. So I streamed the game a couple of days ago, and the plan for the stream was to farm up some resources for my builds, and then I was going to go do the Termite Hill because I wanted to clear the Termite Hill, unlock the stuff from that. I wanted to try the magic stuff out on my Forever World. So I'm in the Forever World save. This is the save that I've been playing on most recently. And I kind of wanted to clear the Termite Hill, clear everything out of there, and just get the stuff. But I went in with it. I went into it with only the level 6 Salty Bone Trident, and it just wasn't doing enough damage. It was taking too long to kill the creatures, the termites, and it was just super frustrating. I ended up going up. Instead, what I did was I gathered a bunch of resources in the upper yard, got some pine cones, got some rust. I was able to make the Black Ox Hammer. Got all the resources I needed to make the Rusty Spear, upgraded it to level 6, made it salty just for the Termite Hill. And honestly, it can be used to like just turn underwater stuff to turn everything into jerky. So basically, I think it's probably the best use of that weapon right now. And it's a pretty good weapon. It does a lot of damage. So the main thing was doing the Termite Hill. So I did that in preparation for my most recent stream, where the goal was to build up some of what I'm doing here. So I'm building a treehouse up here. I'm kind of going to build a zipline hub, and I'll probably end up making just making a base up here as well, because it's kind of central in the yard. So yeah, I keep changing my mind on where I'm going to build things, but I'm taking a break from the museum because I kind of think I want to rethink how I'm laying it out. And this zipline hub will just let me get around the yard much more efficiently and just let me get resources and get back, like just spend less time traveling on foot and more time being able to get places I want to get to and just getting through the getting where I want to get, right? So that was the plan for the night, was to start building this. So as you can see, I built a lot of this tonight on stream, or the last night on stream, and farmed all the resources for it. Then I went and did the Termite Hill. There was a minor frustration there because there's so many termites in the Termite Hill, but I ended up finishing it. And honestly, the funny part was, I said this, was the Termite King actually felt like the easiest part of it. I basically got him almost stun locked, and it was like super easy. It was so much easier than fighting, I don't know, 3 or 4 workers and soldiers at the exact same time. And using, I believe it's the entomologist badge, if I remember correctly, the one that gives you the dust guard, it made it where I'm not getting slowed. So I was able to get through the Termite Hill with minor frustration. But after that, I went up and I cleared the tarp that was up there. And while I was doing that, I was like, I'm killing a lot of mosquitoes. Now, also, while I was collecting the resources, like getting the pine cones and stuff up there and doing the stump lab the other day, I did kill some tiger mosquitoes. So I was like, I probably made the mosquitoes mad. So what should I do? Let me, instead of having to deal with them, let me go do a waft emitter. So I did the waft emitter, put some red ant parts in it, and super easy. The only weird thing was, and this is kind of like, this will be kind of like in line with why I like nearly crashed out, was the waft emitter was in here, and we'll talk about why this is broken in just a second. Whenever I put it in here and run it, for some reason, all the mobs attack that. I don't know why. They usually spawn from this gap over here, and there's a gap in the fence. I think it's like right there. That's where they normally spawn for the raids when I built it over here. This is where I've put the waft emitter most of the times when I ran it in the past. And yeah, they're supposed to come through this gap and that gap. And for some reason, the last couple times I ran it, they're all coming from over there. So instead of coming over to me, they attack that. So what I did was I put it out in the field here. Didn't even matter. They still came over and were attacking that. So that was frustration number 1. Now, what ended up happening was, after running that, I thought, okay, this should clear any anger towards me. There shouldn't be, like, nothing's going to get mad at me. The mosquitoes should no longer be mad at me, and everything should be all hunky-dory, and we'll be fine to go along and just doing what I'm doing, building. And that's what I was doing. I was collecting weed stems at the time to finish building up there. I got a lot more stuff to build up there, so that's going to be quite the project. But did that, and guess what happened? I'm over on the lily pads over there, and lo and behold, here comes a raid. And of course, it's mosquitoes. And I'm like, why am I getting attacked by mosquitoes? I literally should have cleared the anger from them. They shouldn't be mad at me anymore. Okay, let me deal with it. And guess what? Instead of attacking where I'm standing, they go immediately over and destroy the water container. And if you want to see all this footage, I'm not going to include it here. It's in the live stream. I'll leave a link for that in the description down below. If you want to see my full reaction to it, where I literally nearly like quit the game. They destroy the water container. Then they start attacking one of them started attacking the little trap I've set up over there for the aphids and weevils. And then, of course, they start attacking the waft emitter thing, which is the thing that's partially destroyed. They destroyed the waft emitter. They destroyed a lot of the mushrooms. I killed some of them, but it was like, what am I supposed to do? Because there's so many of these tiger mosquitoes. I literally got knocked down to half health, and there was like 3 or 4 of them, so I jumped in the water to avoid it, and there was just nothing I could do about it. And it was super frustrating because I'm looking at it and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What is the option here? What are the alternatives for defending myself? So you look at the crafting menu, and you see what you have in here for options for base defenses, and there's really just nothing in here that I find personally useful. We got the spike trap, which I've tested this. It will only kill aphids, weevils, probably lawn mites. I've never tested against lawn mites, but they have low health, so they'll probably die by running into it, and red worker ants. Anything above that is going to destroy this before they die. Anything like a decent, like a tier 2 creature up is probably going to destroy it without taking hardly any damage. The lure trap is a decoy. There's literally 0 chance you're going to have these resources sitting around. Nobody's carrying flower petals around to put a lure trap down. I don't even think it would. I don't even know if it would do anything. Maybe the next time I get a faction activity, I'll drop this and see if they aggro on it. The explosive burr trap, I have hardly any spiky burrs because I haven't plugged the haze. This is a one-time use trap. And in the case of where I just got attacked, where the hell would I even place these? Like, I don't even know where I would place them. I don't know if these still damage your base. They used to damage your structure. So I have not used these since I did the Java-matic, like when it was first added. We'll skip the turrets for just a second. The splinter traps require ash cement, which is pretty expensive to craft. And I just started being able to make this. So these aren't even an option at this point in the game. And honestly, these are only slightly better than the spike traps. The acorn turrets, you might be saying, are the best option. Why don't you just use the acorn turrets? Well, let me talk about the acorn turrets. So the ammo you can use for the acorn turrets, the one that is most like easily used right now would be the, which one? It's the pebble one, the rocky rounds. I tried these, and when looking at all of them, this does very little damage. These do okay damage, like a little over 3 bars. This one does very little damage. The exploding ones do a ton of damage, but they're super expensive, and I only have 10 spiky burrs. The burning rounds do a decent amount of damage. So these require charcoal and rust. I just started getting rust, and when this happened, I didn't have a lot of charcoal. I just went back and got a second round of charcoal. See, these are expensive to craft. So what would I reasonably be able to use? The pebblet ones, which are the third most damage, but they're only tier 1. And when I tested them, it took, I think, 3 or 4 shots of it to kill a single red soldier ant. So how am I going to kill a tiger mosquito with them? How am I going to kill 4 or 5 tiger mosquitoes with them? So essentially, unless you have like the upper level, and I don't even know I don't know how many shots it would take with the other ones. I'll test them at some point. Essentially, what I'm left with is I have to use my melee weapons and my bow. And what ended up happening was I almost died from the fight, jumped in the water, came and then just kind of regrouped, started shooting them with a bow. They didn't have any interest in me, and they basically decided to destroy all the stuff you saw destroyed over there. So I'm kind of left at a dilemma now, because what the decision I have to make is there's 2 courses of action here. One, I can just kind of, I guess, sissy out and switch over to custom mode and turn off the faction reactivity, which is something I suspect a lot of people do, especially like if you're playing the game for a second or third time, or you're pushing NG+. If you've unlocked all the achievements, what reason is there to play on a default game mode when you could just change it to custom and turn off faction reactivity? Because I can only imagine if that raid had occurred and it would have had like an infused tiger mosquito, they probably would have destroyed literally everything. Like they would have probably destroyed the entire thing over there before I could do anything, and I wouldn't have even been able to kill them. So that's like kind of what I'm thinking about. The other option is I just leave it on and see what happens. I'm currently leaning towards seeing what happens, but just the fact that what happened, it was just so infuriating that it's like, I just don't even want to deal with the faction reactivity anymore. So I guess I'd love to know what you guys like think about this. Like, what do you guys do with faction reactivity? Do you deal with it? Do you turn it off? Like, what options are there for base defenses? And do you think it should be in the game? Now, this is coming from someone, if you don't know me, I want base defenses in games. When I build a giant base like this, I feel like I should have to defend it. I shouldn't be able to build a mansion, do whatever the hell I want in it, in a like a dangerous world, right? This is a dangerous world. There's all these bugs here that are dangerous and they're aggressive and they'll come after you. So if I'm encroaching on their territory, or if I've just like killed a bunch of them and made them mad, I certainly should have to defend my base. But at the same time, there's two things I need to have. Number one, I need to have a way to defend it. And currently everything that's in the game, every option you have to defend it, in my opinion, is just none of them are good enough. Unless I was like fully like, if I obviously I got attacked by like red worker ants or red soldier ants, yeah, I could kill them pretty easily. But when it's tier 3 mosquitoes and there's 4, 5, 6 of them, what am I supposed to do? I'm just going to stand there and like watch them destroy everything, because what am I going to do? So that's what they did. They destroyed a bunch of stuff. I did end up going in and killing them eventually after they destroyed a bunch of stuff and I had regrouped. I got a whopping 400 raw science and a couple of mosquito parts. Whoop-de-freaking do. So aside from the fact that there's just no way of dealing with them, I need to know, when are they going to attack me? How am I supposed to know that the mosquitoes are mad at me? There's no meter in the game. There's no way of knowing. There's no message. I think it's supposed to say they're like upset with you or something, or like they notice you're present. There's some kind of message that's supposed to pop up, but I can assure you that on this save, every time I've been raided, not one time that I've been raided have I ever gotten a message saying that they were angry with me before they attacked. It was literally they just attacking, and that's what happened. So I don't know. I know this is something that's, I doubt this is something that's going to change in Grounded right now. It's something I guess they could consider going forward. I don't know. Maybe they'll do a balance patch. Maybe they'll consider it. I know that at least one of the developers does watch my videos and listens to the feed and comes to my stream sometimes. So they are listening, and I'm trying to be as constructive as possible here. I literally almost rage quit on stream, which I haven't done in so long, especially not in this game. And it was just super frustrating to fortunately see something that was not that important get destroyed, because God forbid it would have been like this house getting destroyed, or if I had built this entire thing, which you can't see here because it's out of render distance, if I had built this entire thing up here on the tree and the mosquitoes would have attacked it and hit some of the pieces that were holding a lot of the things up, because allegedly some of them were holding up hundreds of pieces, if they had hit that and destroyed it, I would have probably just turned the game off, uninstalled it, and not played it until it was fixed or until Grounded 2 came out. So I don't know. I'm just airing my frustrations right now. It's been a long time since I've made a video like this. I'm trying to be more constructive than I was in the past, where I would just literally be really mad and just say like mean things. So anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. If you agree, hit the like button. If you disagree, hit the dislike button. That'll be an easy way for me to know what you guys think about the faction activity. Should it be in the game? Should it not be in the game? If you want to hear more honest content like this about Grounded and other survival games or video games in general, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.